I love Tiffany. I think her essence and her laugh is just so contagious. She's just such a beautiful, generous soul. It's so magnetic and contagious to be around her.
She's highly qualified, she's very intuitive, she's empathic, and she can sense what you're feeling when you're feeling it. And she knows when to back off, and she knows when to push forward, and she knows when you need it the most to get the most out of the experience.
Tiffany is infectious in her hope and her bubbly, buoyant, light way, and I love that.
She's honest, but not just with her words, but you feel who she is, and she makes sure it's like she's giving everybody a hug at one time. But not like a group hug. It's a group hug, but it's like an individual hug, if that makes sense.
If I'm not quite there yet and someone else is, I receive the benefit of the healing and get to honor and experience someone else's healing.
When Tiffany came by with everyone and she was putting her hands on our forehead and so forth, I can tell you right now, I'm still feeling that. I'm still feeling her hand on my forehead.
And to see her joyfully facilitate in such a way where she's very engaging and makes you laugh, keeps it fun, but can also be very serious depending on the information. So she's a very engaging, great facilitator, and I would highly recommend anyone have a private session, come to a class, come to an event. You won't be sorry. She's an amazing, beautiful woman, person, being, creature, spirit, whatever you want to call it. She's amazing.
I feel like I had issues within me to address, and I was able to address, I won't say every issue within me, but some pretty significant things, and I have tools to work with them now.
So it was really good when she would do things like the victim and then strength, and so you would go into that really dark, shadowy place, and what a victim looked like, and then you'd go to being strong. It was like, ooh, owning it, and then she'd take you back. It was like, oh shit, I didn't want to go back there. I'm like, okay, fine, okay, I went back. Okay, and then back to strength and owning strength in a new way, and then she'd take you back. So it really got in your body. I could really feel like taking off another layer and going another layer, and she kind of describes it as little pops, 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 and it's kind of like that. It just like, that's gone, that's gone. So it was really cool.
It wasn't just information coming in and data coming in. It was feeling things in our body and really being able to embody different emotions and experiencing things in the whole range of our body.
100% safe with Tiffany. She is a master at that, because there's no way a lot of the challenges that I work with are fear and anxiety and not feeling seen, heard, appreciated, and I just feel safe.
Her energetic love and her energy and her compassion and her patience are just amazing to me, and I feel that adds to the safety, and that adds to, yes, she will say safety is an inside job, but what she does allows us to feel more safe. She creates the environment that allows us to feel safe, and I would say that is priceless.
Tiffany she's incredibly insightful, incredibly perceptive, she's a clairvoyant, and don't think I quite understood the level of what that could be till I met her. Her energy on stage is just beautiful. She's magnetic, she's beautiful, she's calm, she's peaceful, she is very, very grounded and just beautiful, and she has the most adorable laugh. that makes me smile every time. And beautiful. She has a beautiful smile also.
I just felt almost like someone was sitting on my chest, and that was like opened up for me and like clear, like light pushing through, and just a real sense of freedom in it. It was really cool.
So I learned how to create boundaries around that without dismantling them, which is nice, and I don't have to avoid a situation. I can still be present in the situation, but not be affected by whatever's going on with them.
So for me, it was much more of a physical impact or a physical learning as opposed to a mental exercise.
And she's absolutely the go-to person for holding your space, for assuming your space without sliming another, because that's what we do. When we don't hold our space, we get angry or sad, and it ends up all over the people around us.
Hold a space that is so gently held, so carefully held, so nuanced, so thoroughly safe that you can relax into moments that are, when you play with your curiosity, that are sometimes difficult in other contexts, but here they're complex, but not unsafe.
Because I am sensitive to intuition and kind of the spiritual world, it brought in an element for me and tools to use that just enhanced what I already had.
Environment, the space that Tiffany holds to allow us to do that makes it very easy and safe to do.
I started the healing sessions as my friend told me how transformational Tiffany has been for her. And I wasn't sure that this was the direction to go in, so I decided I would do 1 half-hour healing session with Tiffany. And I started listening to her in this call and talking to her, and I had this moment of just feeling incredible love for her. I remember thinking, I love her, and really wanted to work with her. So I signed up for the bigger package because I felt that the kind of work that I would do would take some time. And I've had my first full call, first hour call, and I learned a lot, and I have a lot of things I'm practicing as a result of it.
If I'm angry or upset, how to put a boundary on that and not destroy the earth around me because something has gotten to me.
There was also some deeper layers of the healing that occurred, just new awarenesses about things that needed to shift, and I did some anger release and some really deep levels of self-forgiveness.
She provides such a safe space just within herself, but she also gives you permission to be vulnerable and teaches you how to do that for not only the tap into forgiving yourself to have a safe space for yourself, but also everyone else in the room, and just having all that energy around you just evens you out, and it allows you to, I think, take in more, if that makes sense.
I tend to empathize with everyone and take on their stress and their worries and so forth now. I don't see it as a hindrance. I see that more as a blessing. I see that as something I can work with and help people around me, and also help myself.
Tiffany's amazing. I mean, I get her authentic self and what she's providing for us. Her intuition, psychic sense, her healing abilities, and her ability to convey what she knows and what she sees in others. And even her ability to read people that are in another continent, because there were some people live streaming the event.
It doesn't matter if you consider yourself empathic, sensitive, perceptive, or not. You will benefit from this course. Being able to hold your space, your relationships, your interactions with people will be much easier. You will find yourself much less tired. This was key for me, and I wouldn't have necessarily said I was very sensitive. The thing is, my feelings don't get hurt very easily, but I'm actually very sensitive. But for the longest time, I held it that I wasn't very sensitive. So even if you hold it that you're not very sensitive, you won't get as tired in big crowds because you're keeping you in and keeping them out. And not in a abrupt way or I don't want you in my world, but in like your energy stays over there, mine stays over here. So really I encourage you.
All safe. It's all completely safe.
And this is the ultimate. So much so that, you know, I'm from Australia, that I'm here to do this.
My life has been changed for the better. Just being here.